supervise Jeff Knapp, who is the president of the company.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the privilege of letting me speak to you today about Sarin. Sarin has worked for us for the past 10 years. In fact, his 10-year anniversary was just this last month on March 23rd. He started with us as a sawyer. He was a plywood cutter for us in the beginning. In fact, we were so small at the time when he started that Sarin was the entire plywood cutting department. And he was very proud of what he was doing there. He did all different jobs for us. Any place we needed him around the company, he was out with us in 2008 in the snow, packing a oil rig to go someplace. If you think he was cold most of the time, you should have seen how cold he was on that job. And Sarin was just the perfect employee. He was always there for us. Very dedicated, very proud of his accuracy and what he provided in the sawing. We figured out just the other day that he probably cut, over the time that he was there, he probably cut 600,000 pieces of product for us while we were going through different things. Now, bigger companies would have plywood optimizing programs and computer programs to figure out how to cut their plywood, and I would be doing tours of the plant and have customers along, and they'd say, "Do you have a plywood optimizing system?" And I would just point at Sarin and say, "Yes, we do. He's right there." He would remember. He had a great memory. He would remember every board he cut. He'd go, "No, don't get. I got one over here like that." He was just very, very proud of his work. He did for us in there. Now, during the last 3 or 4 years, economy's up and down. We had a lot of changes at the company. So Sarin was always involved in training the new young guys that would come in. Very patient, would always work through to bring these guys along. Sarin also had the distinction of being the oldest employee of the company. You know, we teased each other about that a lot because I'm the second oldest employee of the company, just a couple of years behind him. So you'd hear these new young fellows come along and say, "Oh, I got assigned up to sawing with the old guy." Well, a couple days later, I'd be out walking the shop floor, and I'd stop by the new guys, and I'd go, how are you doing? And to a fault, they would all go, "I don't know how this guy does this. I cannot keep up with him. I need to rest." That was his nature. He just didn't slow down. We had talked to him about maybe slowing down a little, and we said, "Why don't we can put you in the back bag department? You know, it's light duty." It was heated. It was, you know, we could keep him warm. And he said, "Oh, okay." He tried it for a couple days, came back and said, No. There's not enough to do in there. It's too boring." And he just wouldn't, just wasn't his thing. Now, on his last birthday here in October, he was 66, and he was teasing me that he was thinking about maybe retiring, which would make me the old man in the company. Well, I can tell you now that I have assumed that role with great pride because of the role model that he set for us all, and for me to have to follow.